Hello friends. So with the end of prelims examination, I am again here discussing with you the ethics paper. And here I would be presenting a series of lecture where I would be discussing the syllabus of this particular paper, because the moment you interpret the syllabus in its most comprehensive manner, about 30% of the work is done. Because when you know the syllabus and its implication, whenever you study anything related to that particular subject, your mind focuses only on that stuff which corresponds to the syllabus nicely. So it could sound very childish to you that a person who is preparing for UPSC and I am discussing the syllabus, but in this examination you have to know things from exam perspective, what those examiner are demanding or expecting from you. So in this series of lecture I would be discussing the syllabus, interpreting that syllabus in a more comprehensive manner. It would be like it would be 3 4 5 6 7 8, there would be 8 lectures. Okay, 8 including this 9 lectures it would be there. Okay, 5 minutes video, 5-6 minutes videos. So here I am discussing, in this particular video I would be discussing the uh, prologue, you can say the prologue of this syllabus. Okay, before UPSC enters into the syllabus of ethics integrity, it tries to give you the inkling, it tries to give you the keys to the concepts that you have to study. And in that prologue or epilogue, whatever you can call it, in that prologue, what they are telling that candidates attitude and approach. So here this wording only has made this particular paper very subjective. Your attitude and approach, not coaching wala attitude and approach, but your attitude and approach. It is very important to solve case study, because every case study is a different ball game. Every stakeholder, including you, because in every case study you are being acted to role play the role of a moral agent. Okay, the main protagonist is you, or you have to think for that protagonist in that case study. Okay, so candidate attitude and approach, this word you would study later on also in detailed format. What is attitude and what is aptitude, what is the difference between attitude and aptitude? All these words which are which makes about 120 words, for which you should know the exact objective factified meaning. I would be taking those words as well in 5 minutes videos. Okay, so your attitude, now we would be considering this word with the same connotation as we discuss this word in ordinary life. Your attitude and your approach. Okay, तो तुम्हारा इसमें जो एटीट्यूड होगा, मतलब हाउ यू थिंक, हाउ यू रिस्पॉन्ड, हाउ यू perceive, how you conceptualize. Okay, so your attitude and your approach, and how you practically then negotiate, how you practically then go with that particular case scenario or any situation of conflict. So your attitude and your approach. Okay, now they are coming and now they are telling integrity, probity in public life. All these words are, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि ये सब वर्ड्स का मतलब तुम नहीं जानते हो, ऐसा नहीं है कि ये सब वर्ड का मतलब तुम नहीं जानते हो, बट ये सब वर्ड का टेक्निकल मतलब भी होता है. टेक्निकल इज ऑल्सो वेरी, लाइक आई एम नॉट डिस्कसिंग अ साइंस पेपर, बट टेक्निकल नहीं, एक ऑब्जेक्टिव मतलब होता है. बिकॉज ऑल दीज वर्ड्स, इंटेग्रिटी इज वेरी डिफरेंट टू अकाउंटेबिलिटी. Similarly, attitude is very different to aptitude, or value is very different to morality. Morality is very different to virtue. Virtue is very different to ethics. Okay, so integrity and probity in public life. Okay, so this word integrity and probity. Probity means how open are you to your acts, and how open are you to uh, be audited by any third party. Okay, integrity, that means are you keeping your acts in commensuration to the preset defined ethical principles. Okay, so integrity and probity in public life. Certainly they would be not discussing about you for your personal life, but some of the case study, like a person who is a very good administrator but he thrashes his wife. Just 3 or 4 days back, you must have listened to that particular video, that particular news, in which DGP prosecution of Madhya Pradesh was Purushottam Sharma, I presume was his name, is his name rather. He has been thrashing his wife. Okay, and he is the DGP prosecution. Not only that, he is also involved for any crime committed against women. So this is a paradox. So personal life also becomes important for a public servant. It can come in your case study as well. Suppose a case study can be cropped up like this, that a person who is a very good salesman, who is a very good manager, but he had been very bad in his personal life as far as his relation with his wife is concerned, maybe domestic violence. Okay, so integrity and probity in public life. Integrity and probity in public life, attitude and approach to that integrity and probity in public life. Okay, then problem solving approach to various issues. This is very, very important, because from here onwards you are being led to case studies questions. Your problem solving approach in various issues. All the problem solving questions has that scenario of dilemma, has that scenario of ethical or moral dilemma. There is difference between dilemma, moral dilemma and ethical dilemma. We will be coming, as I would be discussing those terms as well. Okay, so problem solving approach to various issues. Suppose you are SP and some minority community, or maybe a particular community, two communities have fought with one another. Okay, so how you basically would be going to douse off the increased temper. Okay, maybe on that particular day itself, some minister is also coming in your district. So you have to rationally divide your manpower, so that those community fight as well as the protocol requirement for that ministerial visit also happens. Okay, so all these things, problem solving approach to various issues. Okay, and all these various issues are governance issue. Okay, then conflicts faced by him in dealing with society. This dealing with society is again an operational word. Okay, dealing with society, conflicts. Every time you work as a public servant, you are in the midst of conflict. Suppose an old lady comes to you. Okay, she doesn't have any documentation, but she wants to have included into that National Food Security Act. She wants that food, or maybe in that Corona Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana or Pradhan Mantri Garib Ann Yojana. Okay, in that she wants to be get included, but she doesn't have Aadhaar card, and maybe she is on the verge of death. Okay, so there is conflict, whether you would be going with set protocol and rules, or you would be going with empathy. Certainly you can say that, okay, release food for her, and tell your subordinate that in the meantime also take her biometric and arrange for her Aadhaar card. But at that time you would not be going with your protocol. Only protocol you would not be going, because at that time you would be, okay, technically and document you would be considered, you are not doing any unethical work. She doesn't have any Aadhaar card. So why the hell that I would be providing with her food? Okay, because having Aadhaar card is essential, but you also have to have that empathy. So conflict हर डिसीजन में होता है, क्योंकि कोई भी यहाँ पे ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट नहीं है. यू आर ऑलवेज मूविंग इन अ ग्रेयर जोन. ओके, सो इस तरीके का कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. और ये तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो गया एम्पैथी. कई बार कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ वर्च्यूज आता है, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ वैल्यूज आता है, कई बार कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ लेसर इवल आता है. बिकॉज 5 or 6 options, all options have some amount of evil in it. You have to check, or you have to select, or you have to tread that path which has least evil. You can apply Bentham utilitarianism also at that time. Who was Bentham? What is utilitarianism? We'll be discussing in my later videos. Then questions may utilize case study mode. So from here onwards, you have been directed to this particular context, case study. All the questions would have that case study dimension. So in this video, I have discussed the prologue of the syllabus. In succeeding 8 or 9 videos, I would be again delving deep. I would be going deep into the syllabic content of all the words. And always remember that every time UPSC mentions a syllabus, it is like a story. Everything is connected to one another. If you put one line from its position and if you replace that line with another line coming before or coming after, the whole format of story gets disturbed. So with this, I am ending this video. For my next video, I would be taking ethics and human interface, the first categorical topic, and I would be interpreting that syllabus. So please like my video, comment on that, and subscribe the bell icon. Thank you.